Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. Hope you have a productive week behind you and that you're looking forward to get your weekend started. But first, as always, a brand new challenge is upon us, and this time we're taken to Bespin, where we have to take down a squad of Empire. It's really Imperial troopers, but they do have Empire modifier, not the trooper one, and we do have to use bounty hunters to get max rewards. As always, I'll first cover the modifiers and the feats, then show you the battles. So I got 5 battles in total for you today. I've got 2 different bounty hunters teams depending on whether you do have Greef or Mando. Spoiler alert, if you do, this is a lot more straightforward. Without them, you can still get it to work, but it's a bit more of an RNG fest. And then 3 different teams there to get you the remaining 2 feats if you didn't get them, with the bounty hunters that can get 8 turns in a row, as well as offense up feat. There'll be YouTube chapters below as always, but otherwise let's first look at the global modifier Decadence. Now this modifier doesn't really affect all that much. You'll just see that the accuracy is reduced by everybody, so there'll be a little bit more dodging than usual. And then whenever you damage, then you gain a stack of collected wealth, which gives you stacking critical damage, but you lose these whenever you receive damage. The only thing actually is a little bit annoying with this stacking critical damage. It makes stalling the battle a little bit more difficult once you get rolling with your turn meter train. But yeah, it didn't really, I think, affect at all, just, you know, an unfortunate dodge at the wrong time. And then we've got 3 Lot of Hunt, so that's the bounty hunter modifier. We start with 9 stacks of true defense, which is supposed to give us lots of survivability out of the gate, but oh boy, the enemies still burn for you. The most important thing here is, however, that whenever we do get our payouts, our contract complete, we will gain frenzy as well as 100% increased damage, and our cooldowns will be reset. So once you get your contract triggered, you should be able to turn the tables very quickly. So it's just a case of outlasting the opening sequence. And then, as mentioned before, even though this is a squad of Imperial troopers, they actually have an Imperial modifier. I'm not sure which one would be worse, the trooper one when they get revives, or this one, because whenever leader uses special ability, it will call all allies to assist. And Aiden starts off with a mass assist of her own, and then everybody assists again, so it's like a double mass assist opening. That's why they burn for your true defense like it's nobody's business. On top of it all, they also get a snowtrooper operative summon, so they get an extra ally there to do damage to you. Now it's a bit of an RNG here, especially with the bounty hunters, because obviously you do not start with a pre-taunt, and then Aiden can just go ahead and blast anybody she wants. So we'll want to keep restarting obviously until you come to a point where everybody's alive, so then you can get your contract triggered. So that's the RNG bit, it's just that opening wave. Also worth mentioning, in the opening sequence when Aiden starts off, whoever she lands vulnerable on, there as well we have a reduced speed. So again, this is a bit of an RNG. Who resists vulnerable, who doesn't, it may a little bit affect your turn order in the beginning. So just wanted to highlight that in case you missed that tiny detail. Alright, let's look at the feats. We have to win with a full team of bounty hunter units. I'll show you 2 different teams. And then we have to win offense up 20 times and take 8 turns in a row. I actually did this all feats in a single battle with a bounty hunter squad. In the first, that's the first battle I'll show you, but in case, you know, you can't get bounty hunters to work at all, or you can't get the other feats done, then at least 3 different ideas there how you could complete that without using Galactic Legends, as always. So let's first go in with a bounty hunter squad without Greef and Mando. This is a bit of an RNG fest. I think I need about half an hour of restarts until I was able to actually survive the opening sequence in a way that I was able to get my contract very quickly. As always, when it comes to these bounty hunter challenges, I try to kind of use the what I consider default bounty hunter squad. So you got your Bossk, Dengar, Cad and Boba, because those are the requirements for Executor, and then Django in there as well, with some help. Now what I had to do, I had to remote all of these guys for a lot of speed, because enemy is very fast, and as mentioned before, vulnerable will reduce your speed as well. So I mean, I have my Bossk modded for speed anyway, so he's at 335. With Bossk lead, to get your contract, you have to deal damage 10 times to the weakest enemy. And because Short Trooper's got a taunt, what you will want is to mod your Boba to be second fastest, so he can dispel that taunt with his execute ability, and then you can obviously get to work with your contract. Now, speaking of contract, this team actually has a potential to trigger the contract very quickly, because there's lots of double tapping potential on basics. So when you do mass assist with Bossk, actually you can get your contract very fast, because here, as you can see, Django, if enemy is debuffed, he will be double tapping on his basic. There you go. Also have Django modded for speed. That's just how I have him modded, didn't have to remod. Boba as well on his basic, he's got a chance as well to double tap, so again helping you hopefully get that contract fast. I did have to remod Boba for this one. Normally I don't have him that fast, just that he's second fastest, so he can dispel that taunt on Short Trooper, so you can then get on your contract. Then we've got Cad Bane. Believe it or not, he as well on his basics got a chance to double tap, again helping out with the contract. And I modded him for speed as well, because enemy is very fast, so you definitely will want to keep up with them. And Dengar here is actually an MVP. Now on his basic, he's got as well a chance to call somebody for assist, again helping out with the contract. But his AoE actually is very good, landing tenacity down, especially on Iden. She's resisting everything. He's also under stealth, so you know he won't get counterattacked. His AoE removes turn meter also. So definitely I think Dengar here is very useful. Alright, let's hop in the battle, and let me show you the battle that I did. I finally was able to get it to work after about half an hour of restarts. So what you want, that Iden goes after one of your Feats, because they will obviously revive because of the bounty hunter resolve. That's when you want your Boba fast, so you can dispel the taunt. Unfortunately they landed vulnerable on Bossk, so he's a bit slower. That's why actually he didn't get a turn yet, so not ideal start from that point of view. But finally get my taunt up. Gonna use the special to trigger Frenzy on Bossk. Now we get mass assist, hopefully some double taps. There we go, we got our contract triggered. I just blow up, finish off Snow Trooper, and let's go ahead and renew our taunt. Here comes Dengar with tenacity down and turn meter removal, and I'm going to go ahead and blow up Magma Trooper, otherwise he's constantly gaining bonus turn meter. He's done as well. Now Death Trooper, he was a little bit annoying with his days. He landed days on my Bossk, and this is where you want to now get those stuns down with Cad Bane on Iden, and then mass assist over there. Another there stun with Cad, and a hero point. Just while Iden is stunned, you will keep want to go after her, because actually she's very hard to take down, as you will see. So there you go, 5v1, we got it in the bag, right? Yeah, think again. Iden, she's very durable, very beefy, she hits very hard. Her basic deals damage 3 times, so she can pretty much one-shot even with her basic everyone. And now no tenacity down, she keeps resisting everything, but luckily we got no tenacity down on her, so was able to land healing immunity there with Django. And with the help of this healing immunity, and obviously their burning, damage over times, thermals that Dengar and both Cad Bane, whenever now he dodges, are applying, I was able to finally finish off Iden. I actually got down to Iden 2 times before this attempt, but she was able to solo my entire team. So definitely you will want to line up, you know, the tenacity down there from Dengar, get some stuns, healing immunity on her, and eventually, you know, hopefully you will be able to outlast her. And this got all the feats done in a single battle. So, you know, got max rewards right there. Now I want to show you, if you do have Greef and Mando, this becomes a lot easier, but again, I recommend using Dengar in there just because of his AoE of tenacity down, turn meter removal, and things like that. What makes it easier with Greef? Because obviously it doesn't matter if they stun Bossk or whatever, as long as he survives, everybody survive, Greef can come in, cleanse all those debuffs, and then you can get your things going. There you go, AoE. Just gonna do a basic there. Let's get our taunt up finally. Again, you need fast Boba, you can dispel that taunt, and then you can just go ahead, same thing as in the first battle, full mode on Snow Trooper, get your contract as quickly as possible. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead, finish off Snow Trooper. Let's go ahead and get a stun over on Death Trooper. Remember his days from the first battle. I'm just gonna go ahead, well, might as well just finish him off. Down he goes. Insta-kill Iden, she's not coming back from that. and from here on out it's straightforward. Just finish off the remaining guys. So there you go. Definitely with a full bounty hunter squad, much easier, much faster, but in this case probably you will not get off and sub feat done because you will finish them off too quickly. Maybe you could try and stall it out a bit, I'm not sure. I just wanted to show you that these bounty hunters work very well. So if you've done this bounty hunter team and you quickly overwhelm them, you still need to now do remaining feats. There are 3 different teams I'll be trying out. So we can go with here General Veers, Imperial Trooper Squad, and we need Han so he can stun Iden, so Iden doesn't get the train rolling. I did have to remote my Piet for potency, so there you go, he's at 97% potency because you need his AoE days to stick. Otherwise, once you start doing AoEs, all those counterattacks will kill you. So let's hop in a battle, and here we go. So Han shoots first, you're going to go ahead, stun Iden, and then remove Terminator with Gideon. There we go. You can take a counterattack from Short Trooper, that's not a problem. He's not doing a whole lot of damage. No AoEs yet until we lock in the days. You will want to stall until the second turn with Piets, just so you can get more Emperor's Trap, so you can get even more potency boost. There we go, on the second turn with Piet, lock in then days, and now we can just go ahead and finish off these guys, like, you know, without any problems. They're all dazed, so no issues whatsoever cleaning these guys up. Although you will see again in the end, even with all this collected wealth with offense up, so much Emperor's Trap, she was still able to survive a long time. It took Han in the end to finish her off. So that's one team that can get offense up as we're at 8 turns in a row. So let's move on to the option number 2. Some sort of Palp Mara team there, same thing trick with Han in there. Also bringing in Malak and Treya, so then Malak can taunt for us and things like that. You know, here we go. Let's go ahead, same thing, stun Iden. And here we're gonna go start off with an AoE, get shocks out there, which puts taunt on Malak, so then Malak eats up all those counterattacks, not your Mara. And then we go, we just get the shocks, we get the daze, we got tenacity up, we get stuns now. So here the whole goal is take it easy a little bit on the AoEs with Mara, because otherwise you will just kill off these guys potentially too fast. Make sure to isolate Iden. You just want to stall the battle at this one as long as you can, so that you get 4 AoEs with Palps, because Palps AoE gives offense up to all allies, including rebels, because Han is a rebel, so you need 4 AoEs. So what you want to do probably first, get rid of Magma Trooper, as well Death Trooper, Snow Trooper, just get kind of the damage dealers out. And once you do that, obviously you can just kind of cheese, keep killing Iden over and over again. As long as Short Trooper's alive, obviously she will keep getting revived. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead, finish off Death Trooper. And I'm just, you can see I'm just kind of keep killing Iden over and over again until I get my AoEs out with Palpatine. So I get offense up 20 times, like without feat tracker. No idea when was it, so you kind of have to count or just keep going for a couple of minutes, and hopefully you got it done. There we go. I'm stalling out. There we go. Final AoE with Palpatine, and now I can just go ahead, finish off Iden. And we got another team for you. So we got Jedi, so you could do Jedi Knight Luke lead. The enemy is very fast. However, if you mod your Jedi Knight Luke to be very slow, as soon as he takes a turn, he will reduce the enemy's speed to 133, and then that's when you'll be able to, you know, start running a little bit circles around. Again, bringing in Malak. So this one I had to restart a couple of times until Iden went all out on Malak, so then he put fear on everybody. Everybody survived. There goes Saber triggered on Yoda. Now I can use Heroes Arise, which will give Luke a turn. You can get mass stun out. We reduced obviously now the speed on everybody, so now just a case of a little bit spreading that offense up with Yoda whenever you can. And then Shakti on her basic, she will give offense up to those allies that do not have it yet. So kind of her offense up doesn't really stack up, whereas obviously there with Yoda it does. Also Yoda on his basic, he will grant himself offense up whenever he hits somebody below 50% health. So you can see there's similar stretches before. You just get it down to kind of Short Trooper and Iden, and then you can just keep killing Iden over and over again until you got your 4 spreads there with Yoda of off and sub, just to make sure you did get 20 times off and sub. There you go, few different ways to knock this out. Obviously, if you do have Galactic Legends, probably it's gonna be even easier, but I just wanted to show you, give you a few different ideas with Bounty Hunter lineups as well as the other teams for the remaining 2 feats. And there you go, guys. These are the teams that I was able to get to work with various level of RNG involved, so hopefully you can get something done as well to unlock max rewards. Thank you for watching, I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.